Well, what would the holidays be without, of course, decorations? And this year, why not pay homage to our Windy City with your holiday ornaments, too? Some beautiful ornaments. And that's what a Polish immigrant couple is doing at its European housewares shop called Dome ITP. You might have seen their work at the Christkindl Market, which, by the way, that opens coming up next week at Daily Plaza. But you can also make those kinds of ornaments and just really get a feel for how they all look. And designer Kasia McCormick is here to show us how it's done overseas, back in Poland. So welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. Let me just start off with the name of your store. What does Dome ITP mean?
It means home and things for it in Polish. Okay. And we specialize in handmade products from Poland and Eastern European.
All right. So how does this even start, this whole process? Because anyone who's been to the Christkindl Market probably recognizes these right here. They're beautiful, beautiful ornaments.
Thank you. Well, the whole process takes about 1 year, starting with the day after Christmas.
Okay.
It's at this point where I come up with several designs, usually about a dozen each year, and we narrow them down to about 6 to 10.
So how do you do that? Are you talking on paper only and just drawing them out?
We literally drive through the city looking for inspiration. We've also grown up here, so we have a wealth of information already. We love our city, and we love to showcase it on the ornaments. So there's no shortage of inspiration in Chicago, so we're always coming up with new ideas.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You have some beautiful ornaments here. And I mean, do you have one of your favorites? All of these say Chicago in one way or another.
I think my favorites are the ones that highlight the skyline. We pride ourselves on the details, so you'll often see a sax player or the Marshall Fields clock or an L train around our ornaments. There's a lot of details that you would miss unless you look closely at one.
Very nice. Such beautiful work. So you design it, you kind of put it together on paper.
I designed it on paper, and then I send it to our artisans in Poland who actually create a sculpture based on my vision, just like this.
Okay.
We go back and forth several times until it's finalized, until it's the way that we envisioned. At that point, we create what we call a molding, and we dip the sculpture into a plaster like this.
Okay.
That is actually where the glass is blown into. So it'll...
The cast actually looks like that that you're holding. Okay.
Right, and then we put it together and they drill a hole on one side of it.
Okay.
And then a glass blower will take a glass tube like this, and he'll twist it over an open flame to soften it. Once it's just soft enough, he'll put it into the molding and he'll blow from the other end.
That sounds so complicated. Have you watched this process?
Oh, many times.
Is it amazing?
It's beautiful. And it only takes about 3 seconds for it to touch the molding inside. And at that point, it cools and forms into a casting.
All right. Well, that's very interesting.
Once that casting is complete, it actually comes on a stem, and we don't cut off the stem because the artists then will hand paint each part of the ornament, but it helps to hold on to the stem at the bottom.
All right.
Once they've meticulously hand painted each detail of the ornament, they'll let it dry, and they'll cut off the stem, and then they'll attach the metal casing like we all know it today.
Like how they're displayed, and wonderful display too at the Christkindl Market. Give me a fill and what you have over here too. I love this. You have the bean.
Yeah, we have the beans. We have a large and a small size. We even have people's reflections in the beam, just as one would if they were standing right in front of it. This is one of our new ornaments this year, the Christmas tree, and we have the L train coming down below it.
And everything Chicago, don't
everything
you?
Chicago. And then on this small ornament right here, we have a lot of little details like the Chicago bean, the L train, the Chicago theater sign, a sax player. Like I said, we really pride ourselves on the details.
All right. Thank you so much, Kasia.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Really, they're pieces of art, it seems like,
Thank you very much.
And you can find Kasia's tips and also all the information about ornaments on our website at abc7chicago.com. All you have to do is click on See It on TV. We have all the info right there. And we're back after a short break here.
Thank you.